Hello guys, you're welcome to the Jetwin Strategy 7. I remain your one and only forex skill coach, Team Legend. You're welcome to the Bullish Bay Academy. Today in the Jetwin Strategy 7, we're going to be learning how to make money from the boom and crash markets with a very simple strategy. Now, we have different indicators here we're going to be using to do our work, and I just hope you'll be attentive to understand everything that I'm going to explain here. Alright, I can't make so much noise because I know some of you might be like, hey Tim, why are you talking so small? I'm not hearing you well. Please try to use your earpiece, okay? I can shout because it's actually 23:56, which is 2:12 midnight over here in Nigeria. So I have to keep my voice calm so that I don't disturb people. Okay, I just have to make this video because it's very important. A lot of people have been asking for it, so it needs to be done. So it's a very simple, powerful strategy. Okay, the indicators we're going to be working with is, I know it's much, but don't get it twisted. It's much because it's going to be a very powerful strategy. So we have our moving average, we have our fractals. Our fractals helps us get support levels and resistance levels. We have the period to be 20, linear weights, close, red. You click done. The first moving average in the main chart, we have 20, 0, linear weights, red, no level, done. The second moving average, we have 200, 0, linear weights, yellow, done. Just use the exact colors I'm using because my explanations, I'll be using all these colors and they are very important. So use the exact colors I'm using, okay? The third moving average, 50, 0, exponential, close, blue, no level, click done. You open your window 1, indicator window 1. You add relative strength index 13, high, black. Alright, if your background is black, make it black. If your background is white, make it white. Okay, under our levels we have 50, we have 32, we have 68, and we have 78.39. You click done. You add a moving average to that window. 2, 0, simple. First indicators data. Alright, green. You click done. The second moving average, 7, 0, simple. Previous indicator data, red. You click done. Polyg bands 34, 1.619, shift 0. First indicator data, make your color light blue. You click done. And then another moving average, add these indicators exactly the way I added it. First is relative strength index, moving average, Polyg band before the last moving average. The last moving average we have 34, 0, simple. First indicator data and yellow. You click done. You open a new window 2, and then add average directional movement 14, black, white here. If your background is white, you make this 2 white and make this black. If your background is black, you make this 2 black and make this white. In our levels we have 26 and we have 75.07. You click done. Now we are in the trade. The first, before we get down, let us talk about this. Now, the first and most important thing before we start a trade is to know our movement, our trade direction. Is it an uptrend or is it a downtrend? So we go over to 4 hours time frame, According to 4-hour time frame, we are in a downtrend. According to 1-hour time frame, we are in a super downtrend. According to 30 minutes time frame, downtrend. According to 15 minutes time frame, downtrend. Okay, we downtrend and gradually in an uptrend. Okay, but the downtrend is more stronger as long as we have confirmed it 3 times in the higher time frame. Okay, so it's just trying to take a new level. Okay, so we're in the 5-minute time frame. You can see super downtrend, but now it's beginning to go up. If a spike occurs right now, it might take it down again. So we're working with a 1-minute time frame. Okay, and from the last zoom level, this is the last zoom level, right? So we have one, so we're working with one zoom level with our 1-minute time frame. Okay, so when the trend is on a downtrend, the 200 moving average, which is the yellow one, is goes above the trend and the 2 other moving averages. But whenever this yellow moving average is below, it means it's an uptrend. Okay, as you can see at this moment, it was a downtrend. It was above. All right, but let's look for a moment when, okay, at this moment here, you can see it's below and it was an uptrend. Okay, it was a super uptrend. So this moving averages enables you know when is an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay, so currently the yellow moving average is up, so it simply means this is still a downtrend. So this one is not yet approved to be an uptrend. Okay, because a powerful spike can take place. So once you have figured out your direction, because you don't want to trade, you want to trade according to the trend. You don't want to trade against the trend. Okay, so in that case, now let's talk about this one. All right, now let us talk about when is the right time to buy. Now when the time is right to buy is when the green line. Okay, take note of the green line. That's why I say you should use the exact colors that I used. Use the exact colors that I used. Okay, so that when I say green on your charts, you should know that you should be looking at your own green, isn't it? So when you notice the green line crosses below 32.00, okay, and then begins to go up, all right, and on this 32.00 level, if the green line crosses the red line and crosses the yellow line, all right, it simply means it's going to be a long trade. You can trade long on it. All right, make sure everything I'm teaching you back test it several times on your demo and confirm it to be true before you take to your real account. Okay, even though I and my team will have done it several times, we've been back testing it since the past 2 days and it's working powerfully. That doesn't mean you should just go straight into your real account. All right, so when the green line gets below 32.0 and begins to go up, all right, and begins to go up and crosses the red line, crosses the yellow line, and gets into the 32.00 level here, then you know it's going to be a long trade. All right, but don't get it twisted. A spike can occur. So what you do is when it's getting close to this line, you stay off the market until it crosses the line and keeps going. You open your buy trade again. Okay, so according to our observations, since we've been using this strategy, this trade is gonna get to the overbought level soon. Okay, it's gonna get to the overbought level before a spike occurs. So the number one rule here is you observe your Bollinger Band. Okay, your Bollinger Band. This is the blue Bollinger Band, lower Bollinger Band, and this is the higher Bollinger Band. Okay, so before you enter a trade, make sure the lower Bollinger Band is below 32.00. all right, and the green line also is below it. All right, and is beginning to go and cross over the red and the yellow line and gets into this level before you open a buy, that's when you know it's gonna be a long trade. Okay, so it's gonna be a long trade. That's number one confirmation. Okay, so when the trade comes and gets to this lower level, all right, you must remember what I said. You must allow the green line to cross over the red and cross over the yellow before you place a buy. If it does not cross over the red and yellow, don't place a buy. Like as you can see, when they came down to this level, all right, the yellow is so far away. The yellow is the trend. The yellow is so far away for the green to cross over, so it means this was not a good time to place a buy. And as you can see, there were several spikes. Okay, before what happened, before the green at this junction now crossed over the red and the yellow, all right, and it was a long trade. As you can see, it was quite a bit long trade before it got to this level and spiked again, and that was because it was so far away from the line. It was so far away from the line. So always make sure before you enter your buy trade, make sure the green line is a bit close to the 32.00 line, and it crosses the yellow and the red, okay, and gets into this level before you place your buy. All right, if it's far away from the yellow line, it means it's a time when spikes can occur. All right, so that's the time you can place for spikes. Okay, let's take a quick back test. At this level, when the spike came here and when the spike took over here, all right, and then the green line having the polyg band below, the green line crossed the red and the yellow at this junction, as you can see, and it was once a very long trade. It was a very long trade. Okay, let's take another back test again. There's another back test again. When the spike occurred here, the yellow line was far away for the green line to get to it. So when the green line came here, it spiked again, isn't it? And then it was moving, looking for the yellow line. But because the yellow line is so far away for it to get to it, it crossed the red line here and kept going looking for the yellow line. Because it has gone so far from here to here, that's why when it got to the yellow line, it spiked again before it got the yellow line fully, confidently at this level, and then that was when the long trade began. Let's take a quick back test again. Okay, another back test. Now here the spike occurred. All right, another spike occurred again. Okay, so it crossed the red line looking for the yellow line, found the yellow line on this 32.00 level. If this yellow line was far away here for the green line to get to him, it would have spiked again before it goes. But because it met the yellow line at this level, very near this level, that was why he says, okay, since I found my guy, I'm good to go. Okay. At this junction, the same thing happened when he spiked here. He didn't find the yellow line. It was so far away. That was why he had to go and spike. Go. It was still far away. Spiked just to get closer to him. Okay. At this junction, the same thing. Spikes, several spikes. So how to know when there's gonna be as much spikes is whenever it gets to this level and you notice that the yellow line is far away from the green line, very far, okay, you know it has to spike. There have to be several spikes because it uses a spike to get closer to the yellow line. So whenever it gets closer, that's when it begins a new movement. So as you can see from here, it got to the yellow line, but it was quite a bit far. All right, it was quite a bit far from the 32.00 line. That was why it had to spike one more time just to be close to it, and then the long trade took place. Okay, so like I said, whenever it's getting close to the lines, stay off the markets. So if you notice it has crossed line, there's no spike, you continue buying. As you can see, when it got here, it spiked again. spiked again, only for it to begin the new full-time trade. Okay guys, so it's very important you observe those rules. Number one rule, this lower polygon band must be below the 32.0 level, because if it's above, it means it's not going to be a long trade. There will be several spikes, as you can see at this moment. Okay, as you can see at this moment, this is not a time to place a buy. There were spikes. Okay, so number one rule, the lower polygon band must be below. Number two rule, as you can see, it's still moving. That's what I told you guys, that according to the rule of this strategy, it has to get to the overbought level, and as you can see, it has gotten to this line. So imagine taking your trade from here when you got the confirmation, all right, to here is a lot of candlesticks. Make sure you don't open large lot size, because oh man, I've seen this strategy is working. You open a large lot size, if it spikes against you, it's gonna naked your account, so be careful. Okay, so number one rule, make sure this polygon band is below. Number two rule, make sure when the spike finish occurring, make sure it's close to the line, to the 32.00 line, so that it can easily meet with the yellow line on time before it goes. If the yellow line is far away and the green line is below 32, is not good opportunity to go in, because as long as it's far, there has to be at least one more spike before the green line can meet the yellow line. So you have to be careful of that spike. Okay, when you want to catch several spikes, you observe the green line is down, all right, and the yellow line is far away, then you know that the market has to get to the yellow line with spikes if it's a downtrend. Okay, since it's a downtrend, so it simply means the yellow line has to get to the yellow. It means the green line has to get to the yellow line with different spikes before it gets to that yellow line. And once it gets to the yellow line at this level, take note, not at this level, but at the 32.00 level, that is when you know it's gonna be a long buy trade. Okay, but if you notice that the trend is in an uptrend, okay, if you notice the trend is in an uptrend, a bullish trend, then you simply know that the rule is going to change. And what is the rule? The rule is going to be that there will be so much if you notice that the trend is going to be is an uptrend, then it simply means there will be a lot of buying opportunities and very little spike to catch. It means there will be a lot of buying opportunities and very little sells. It means that the spikes are not going to be so long, as you can see them being long, as you can see. Okay, it means the spikes are not going to be so long like all this, because it's an uptrend, so there'll be much more opportunity to buy. So at this selling, since this is a selling trend, it simply means there's a good opportunity to catch much spikes. Okay, that's why you can notice spikes almost everywhere. Okay, so that's the rule, guys. If you have any other question, make sure you ask. Okay, one more time before I go, this is our average directional movement. Our average directional movement lets us know when the market is on a trend, either an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay, if this white line goes below 26.00, it means the market is consolidating. It's not on a trade, it's not on a trend, it's not going up, it's not coming down, it's just moving flat straight. And that's not a good time to be in the market. It's a time to leave the market and allow the market get to a trend, so that you know whether it's bullishing or it's bearishing. Okay, so if this white line goes below 26, it means the market is consolidating. But when it goes above, it means it's trending. So as you can see, guys, the market is currently trending on a downtrend. Okay, so that's why you have it above. Okay, but if you see it below, it means the market is consolidating. Let us take a quick back test. At this moment, this is a consolidation area. You know, after consolidation, a decision is made. After which is either it goes up or down, isn't it? So this is a consolidation area when there is indecision in the market at the moment, and as you can see, it was below 26. At this moment, below 26 is an indecision period. You can see this is a range. Okay, so whenever it's below 26 is an indecision period. So this strategy can work both for boom and for crash. Now we can see the rules for boom. This is for crash 1000. You can see the rules for crash. It has to get down here, okay, 32.00 before it goes up. And if you go for boom 1000, okay, the rule is also the same thing but upside down. It has to get to the 78.39 level, meeting with the yellow line and coming forth. The same rule for the crash but just upside down. Okay, that's just it, guys. That's just it. So I hope that you make a lot of money with this strategy. If you have questions, don't forget to leave a comment below. Thank you.